Good morning. Welcome back to Brog's World. I'm Alan. Um, Today, we're going to put the legendary 2014 Harley Davidson Ultra Limited side by side with some of America's most recognizable cars and trucks. You'll be surprised how this touring motorcycle stacks up against full size SUVs, cars, and even some pickup trucks. So the 2014 Harley Ultra Limited is a beast of a touring bike. It measures 98.6 inches long, has a 63.5 inch wheelbase, and weighs about 911 pounds. That's nearly the length of some compact cars, but with the agility of two wheels. Now, in May of 2024, it was actually May 25th of 2024, I got into an accident on my Harley. I was riding it back from Colorado. I'd picked it up in Denver and was riding back through Nebraska. And halfway through Nebraska, just north of Grand Island on Highway 30, I was T-boned by a Jeep Cherokee. They ran a stop sign on the highway, didn't see me, ran right into the side of me, and completely totaled my bike. Luckily, all I got was a little bit of road rash. I was wearing full gear, but I figured that would bring up some good stuff. I could show you the differences in sizes of vehicles compared to the Harley Davidson Ultra Limited, which is a big bike. Other than the Tri-Glide, probably the biggest bike that Harley Davidson makes. So, with that said, let's look at some sizes. All right, let's start out with the Ford Explorer. Now, we're going to use all 2025 models because, there's millions of models and weights and different things. But the 2025 Ford Explorer is about 198.7 inches long, about 78 inches wide, and 70 inches tall, right? It's got a wheelbase of 119 inches and weighs anywhere from 4,300 to 4,700 pounds. So that's a little bit more than the Harley. Would do a lot of damage. Now let's move on to the Ford F-150. Now the F-150 varies in size depending on cab and bed configuration. The length ranges anywhere from 209 inches to 250 inches for the Super Cab 8 foot, right? Curb weight is anywhere between 4,400 pounds and 5,000 pounds, depending on trim, drivetrain, and equipment that's on there, right? We're going to just kind of use the Super Cab today. 6.5 foot bed, 231 inches long, okay? The F-150 is the benchmark full-size pickup in the U.S., has multiple cab styles, bed lengths to suit work and family needs. It'll has a payload of about 2,400 pounds and tows about 13,000 pounds, depending on which level you get, right? So it's a big adaptable truck. Let's move on to the Buick Enclave. The Buick Enclave, which is the car my wife has. So if we have a 2025 Buick Enclave, it's a large three-row SUV, right? It's about 207 inches long and weighs anywhere from 4,500 pounds to 4,700 pounds, depending on trim and drivetrain, all that stuff. So the Enclave usually holds about 7 passengers, making it, usually has family focused, has lots of people in it, that kind of thing. It's a big, comfortable SUV, longer than many mid-size rivals. So much bigger than the Harley Davidson. The Chevy Malibu, just a normal family car, right? It's a mid-size sedan, measures about 194 inches long, and anywhere from 3,000 to 3,200 pounds, right, depending on trim again. The Malibu is a sleek mid-size sedan, long enough to feel spacious, it's light enough to deliver solid fuel economy. I feel like I'm trying to sell a car, but these are the stats and data I'm getting for you, right? And then the last one, the vehicle that I have, a Jeep Wrangler Unlimited, right? So a 2025 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited measures about 188 inches long, and weight ranges from anywhere from 4,300 to 4,900 pounds, almost 5,000. So it's a pretty heavy vehicle, but there's a lot of beef underneath there for the suspension and stuff for the Jeep to be the vehicle that it is. So it's a substantial SUV, long enough to provide family room, yet heavy enough to deliver serious off-road toughness. That's what they tell me. Now the big thing that causes the most issue with your Harleys, right? Or any motorcycle for example. But you're talking the big Harley, not the Tri-Glide, but the Ultra Limited. weighs 911 pounds. Of the 5 vehicles that we have, the Ford Explorer, the F-150, the Enclave, the Malibu, and the Jeep Wrangler, one of them is only 2,100 pounds bigger than the motorcycle. The rest of them are over 3,300 pounds heavier than the Harley Davidson. So, if you know anything about physics, weight makes a big difference when two masses meet, right? One will completely destroy the other. So, why bring this up? So, I got hit by a car May 25th, 2024. I survived. Everything is fine because I was wearing full gear. But just be aware of what's out there. Always ride defensively. Try to protect yourself. Look out for those around you. And just try to keep safe. Just putting this out there so everybody's aware of what's going on in the world with the things around you. And we all try to ride safe so everybody can come home and see their family again another day. Thanks for watching. I know it was a short video this week, but thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. I'm Alan. This is Brock's World. We'll see you later.